with students Guinevere Blair, Briar Davis, Ava Johnson, Payson Reisner, and Kara D. Turner.
So thank you, Kirk Cameron, middle school principal. I have 4 students here with me tonight, and to be quite honest, I'm going to pass the mic off to them because you'd rather hear them than me. So I do have Guinevere Blair, Briar Davis, they're both 8th graders, and then Peyton Reisner and Kara D. Turner are both 7th graders. So,
KMH Ambassadors. I'm Briar Davis.
I'm Payson Reisner.
I'm Kara D. Turner.
And I'm Guinevere Blair.
what do I have to do?
Our purpose and our mission. Mission is to provide a welcoming and supportive environment for our students at Kenton Middle School. Our goal is to make transformation to the elementary school to the middle school easier for students. Our core value is to create a safe space and welcoming atmosphere for every student at Kenton Middle School.
Why student ambassadors? The reason we have student ambassadors is because to make it more like so people feel more welcome rather than just teachers welcoming students, because when it's students themselves it feels more welcoming and personal than the teachers doing it.
Our key roles and responsibility. 6th grade orientation. 6th grade orientation is when we bring in 5th graders to get a taste of what middle school is like before they come in to be our future 6th graders.
Peer mentoring. Giving tours to the incoming new students and going through their schedule and showing them and making them comfortable in our school. We also greet people at parent-teacher and conferences.
Here's some photos that we took on 6th grade orientation day. We have some photos of people touring, like ambassadors, and what the 5th graders look like. And you'll also see photos of people on the stage. That is Dimensions, which is our middle school show choir group, where they go around and compete with other schools to sing and dance and perform. And that's the presenters. And then there's cafeteria workers and groups being toured.
And then we have some students with their siblings, and then Dimensions is also on the stage, and then what we were doing after we toured the 5th graders. Moving forward in our goals for ambassadors. Welcoming everyone to K. Welcoming to everyone to our Wildcat family.
Moving forward, something we want to do is called micromanaging, mentorship. And what this would be is on Fridays we'd have for all new students, you'd get a group of 3 to 5 people, and you'd go and you'd sit with them at lunch and answer any questions they have about the school and just get to know them so they don't feel as like if this is a big thing for them, so they don't feel like they're drowning in the big water.
Thank you. Are there any questions you guys would like to ask us?
I'll start. Does anybody want to share why you wanted to be an ambassador?
I wanted to be an ambassador because I wanted to show the new kids, seeing that it's not scary to be in a new school. I wanted to be an ambassador because I remember when I was in 6th grade, I was really, really scared to go into middle school, and I remember not having many good guides when I went, so I really wanted to be a good guide and a welcoming comfort for those incoming fifth graders.
I wanted to be ambassador because I like helping people and making friends, and that's a good way to. I wanted to be an ambassador because I wanted to help and show them that they can have people to ask questions and not be scared to ask questions.
How does one become an ambassador?
How you become an ambassador is in the beginning of the year, you go on a form and you answer certain questions that our mentor, Ashley Ward, sends out. She is our school guidance counselor, and it has certain questions like what are you involved in outside of school, what are your grades, teacher recommendations, and then each teacher in your grade goes over it, every single one put in from your grade, and they pick certain students that they think would be a good guide, and Mrs. Ward goes over them, and then you have your ambassadors picked. And then once you are picked, you have your first meeting, and you are able to be chosen if you want to be a presenter or a tour guide. There's a majority of the group, 80% are tour guides and 20% are presenters. Tour guides take a group of fifth graders, and there's different rounds, and they take them around the school and they tour them. And presenters present a slideshow about different facts about the middle school and fun things about our staff members.
So does this transition to KHS ambassador then? Is there a high school? There's probably.
There is a high school mentor. They showed us around for 8th grade orientation a couple weeks ago when we were getting ready to go into our freshman year, and they showed us around and showed us some of the classes that we were able to assist in. Any more questions?
All right, if you guys just stay up there for me, though, you gotta get your picture taken real quick at the board. So, you use the chalkboard there.
Thank you for coming in, ladies. You guys to the front. You guys are support.
Thank you.
All right. Guys, act like you've done this before.
That's all, guys.
Perfect, yeah. All right, we ready? 1, 2, 3, one more time. All right, thank you very much. Great job.
Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Okay, item number 5, the public comment section of the board. We have
At that time.
This is like really formal, sorry. So my name is Mark Schulmer. I am running for Hardin County Auditor this coming May primary. The current auditor, Mike Bacon, is retiring after 31 years. So Mike is somebody that I talk to on a regular basis. When I found out he didn't have a succession plan kind of in place, we spent some more time talking, and I saw this as an opportunity to step forward and continue to help the community. And so that's why I decided to run for the position. I am a lifetime Hardin County resident, born and raised here, 1993 graduate of Kenton High School. Don't judge me, by Mr. Steyer. After I graduated from Kenton, I went to Trine University, which was Tri-State back in my day. I got a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration degree, and then on to Michigan State University, where I received my Juris Doctorate, my law degree. After I graduated from Michigan State, moved back to Kenton. I've been operating out of the same office with my father, now my brother, for the past 20-some years as a private practice attorney. So the county auditor, honestly, I don't need to probably explain too much of that, especially Ms. Smith, Mr. Thrush. You guys deal with Mr. Bacon on a regular basis. You understand what goes on between the school and the auditor's office. But in addition to those duties, the auditor is in charge of payroll for the county and make sure that bills are paid for the county. Your weights and measures, so your gas tanks, as long as they're making sure that they're pumping properly, your dog tags, and then, of course, most importantly, and the hot button topic that everyone's talking about now is real estate valuations and real estate tax liens. So with that kind of breadth of duties, through the auditor's office. It's important that whoever is going to step into that position have an understanding of local government, have an understanding of governmental accounting, which is significantly different from private accounting, have some understanding about real estate. So I believe that my legal career has put me in position to step into that role in good measure. There's not going to be anyone that's going to step into the auditor's position that is going to be able to take that over from day one and know everything that goes on. There's just too much going on there. But with a good, background, I think that you have an opportunity to step in and not, fall behind early on. So I am the attorney for the villages of Dunkirk and Mount Victory. I'm the zoning and nuisance officer for Cessna and Dudley Township. And I am the attorney for the Upper Side Drainage and Conservancy District, which they're in charge of the Cider River as it runs through the district and through the county. So with all of those meetings, obviously I'm sitting in on the financial discussions, financial decision making. So I'm very aware of how government works, very aware of governmental accounting. I'm sometimes a little too aware of it sometimes on the legal side, but that's how that goes. And it's good to have that background, I believe. In addition, on the legal side, a lot of my practice revolves around real estate transfers. So I understand real estate valuation. I also understand that when you find some skewed valuations and how that will affect the entire county. So the legislature has given the auditor's office a little bit more power. There's been some reforms in the past year to try and keep more accurate valuations, try and keep the misuse of tax dollars down. The Budget Commission, which is the Hardin County Prosecutor, the Hardin County Treasurer, and then the Auditor, they have some additional powers now where they can pull out transfers that come in significantly outside of what a normal valuation would be. Typically around here, you're seeing farmland $10,000 to $15,000. What you're starting to see is some oddballs that come in. If you look down around the Columbus area, where the data center will come in, for example, there are going to be premiums of sometimes around $100,000 an acre. So if that transfer comes in and is used as part of the valuation for everyone else's property in the county, that's going to artificially raise everyone's values. And now you're going to be paying more taxes when your value is not necessarily of that level. So it's important that whoever's in that auditor's position has ability to realize that's a crazy transfer. That's not something that should be included in the reevaluation as it's sent down and needs to be pulled out. So that's just an example of the knowledge that's needed stepping into that office. So outside of my legal career, I sit on numerous local, state, and national boards. Probably the most applicable is United Soccer Coaches, which is the world's largest coaching organization. We operate with a multi-million-dollar budget. I was part of the team that was brought in last year as a new board to kind of right the ship. The organization had gone through a number of years of mismanagement to the point that they were facing bankruptcy. Short period of time, we turned that around to where we're now turning $1 million budget this past year. So we've done, at least from my point of view, a fantastic job of not slashing services to our members, providing transparency to our members, and providing value for what they're doing. The reason I see that's important in relation to the auditor's position is that's a little bit of what the auditor needs to do for the general public. They need to make it known to the public of this is what your dollars are going for. When you go in and you sell your house, why are you paying $1,000 on your transfer tax? Why are you paying that kind of money? Where does it go? Where are the money that finances go for the county? And not everyone that is looking for that information is savvy enough to understand a financial statement, a balance sheet. So the information needs to be presented in a way publicly that is easy for anyone to digest. And with the new changes they're making currently in the office with their computer programs, and it gives us the ability, I believe, to provide that kind of transparency on a regular basis for everyone to see it. They understand where their money's going, and we're being very transparent with the public. So, again, I think that's kind of where I come from and the position that I'm coming into this. You know, I would appreciate everyone's support on May 5th. Is there any questions? All right. I appreciate your time. Thank you, and look forward to working with the guys.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Okay, item number 6, reports of the treasurer.
We have, well, the auditors have finally kind of wrapped up our audit, just waiting on the formal report to come back. I did ask if anyone was interested in a post-audit. I think I've heard from most of you. I'm not sure, Rodney, if you were interested. Okay. So I'll let him know that. Honestly, it was a clean audit, just a couple of little housekeeping things that they got, like I said, really nitpicky about. But other than that, it was a clean audit. Next month, I will be presenting another 5-year. We don't have to, but I want to make sure that our income tax at the end of this month is reported so we can see where we're at. And I'm just going to kind of give you a little overview of what's to come with our budgets for next year. We've got a math curriculum and an ELA curriculum that's going to cost us at least $500,000. And then we've got Chromebooks in the cycle and another $500,000. So you're going to see at least 2 items in the supplies, well, 1 supply, 1 equipment, that are going to increase our budget by a total of $1 million for next year. So that's a big chunk of change dipping into our general fund. It's a cyclical thing. We anticipate that, and we're just happen to be on one of those cycles for the next year. So you'll see that next month. That's really all I have.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Motion.
Motion. Thanks, Rodney.
Steyer.
Thanks, Mike.
Mr. Hensel? Mrs. Heidinger? Mr. Ledley?
Yes.
Mr. Steyer?
Yes.
Okay, item number 7 is superintendent reports.
Yep, and we went ahead and typed it out. Again, this is a matter of formality, but if you're going to rehire someone that retires from the school system, you have to post that and make that public. And so we're just making sure that people know that there will be a public hearing, which is an opportunity to speak for anybody that has any concerns at our next board meeting. So that'll be the May 18th board meeting. Just want to make sure people know that. Outside of that, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to all those that were involved in our musical. I know several of you were there and saw it or whatever, but wow, it was over the top, and just because the kids put the work into it to make it that way. So very impressed. And even as they were showing some of the pictures of, as they were going around and touring the new building, you could see the performing arts with the lights and everything in the background. It's just, it's still kind of surreal that we have that, the capabilities that we do now in that new building. It's pretty awesome. So that's it.
I think I just added that real quick, Chad, is the FFA banquet that just held there last Thursday as well. That was very well done, very well done. I think all the kids did a fantastic job.
And Colt put a little extra time into that one too.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know, so FFA, I don't know. And it was really good.
A little extra spin on that, but it was very well done. Yeah, very good.
And that's
Yeah.
another one
Played
that,
that one for a while.
yep, and the kids run that one from start to finish. I mean, they're the ones that, so that was
Yeah.
really, it makes it very impressive.
It was very, very well done, so. All right, item number 8, committee reports.
Policy,
was
yep.
the one that met. So the biggest ones that I would point out, which are under 10A, is we will be adopting a new policy for NIL. So if you guys want more information on that, see me. And the other one is public participation in the board meetings. We're going to ask that you're a resident of the school district, parent or guardians of students in the district, an employee in the district, individuals with business ownership in the district, or elected or appointed officials that are in the district as well. So they're the biggest ones. A lot of them, we just already policies in place that we just had to, redo the wording in.
All right, thank you, Tasha.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah, Parks and Rec, the biggest
Yep.
thing from that one was, Glendale Park isn't used for anything anymore, and that the city was leasing it for $1 a year, and then it fell back to us because they didn't want to deal with it anymore. It's a big open space. In fact, it took me a minute to find it because there wasn't any equipment or anything on there, just a big old hole and where a basketball court used to be. So that falls back to us to decide what we want to do with it. And that's the biggest thing for Parks and Rec.
Thanks, Mike.
Mhm.
Okay, item 9, there's no old business. Motion? Nope. New business, item 10, authorizations and resolutions. Item 10A is just to approve to adopt, revise, replace, delete the following Board of Education policies and bylaws. Tasha just spoke on a couple of those. Item 10B is to approve to adopt, revise, replace, delete the following Board of Education administrative guidelines and forms. Item 10C is to approve the recognition of Teacher Appreciation Week, the week of May 4th through May 8th. Item 10D is to approve the following trips: KHS, OHP, FFA, to the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus, Ohio for the Ohio FFA Convention, and then KHS BPA to Gaylord Opryland in Nashville, Tennessee for the BPA National Leadership Conference. Item 10E is to approve the following donations: Bob and Jill Simmons to KMS in the amount of $40 in the memory of Sheena Capel. And there's some donations also going to the Quiz Bowl. Item 10F is to approve the renewal of the voluntary student accident insurance with Guaranteed Trust Life Insurance Company. Item 10G is to approve the following resolution, effective April 20th. The Kansas City Schools Board of Education agrees to pick up the total amount of employee contributions required by Section 3.0726. Item 10H is to approve the contract between BTH and Master and Sylvania Riding School and Kansas City Schools for the rental of the classroom at the Kenton Middle High School for the driver education program from May 1st through April 30th, 2027. Item 10I is to approve the agreement between James A. Rhodes State College and Kansas City Schools for College Credit Plus courses for the 2026-2027 school year. Item 10J is to approve the bus transportation agreement between Ohio High Point and Kansas City Schools for the 26-27 school year. Item 10K is to approve the following sliding fee schedule for preschool students. Item 10L is to approve the following amended appropriations. It looks like there's just some money going in some funds.
Yeah, we're spending some things, so I've got to increase the appropriations for it.
Okay. Item 10M is to approve the following certificate of estimated resources. Item 10N is to approve the Amplify Desmos math resources for grades K through 5, 4-year bundle that includes both digital and print for the core curriculum, math diagnostic, intervention, and professional development for teachers during the implementation of that.
Is that the one you mentioned before?
That's one of them.
One of the big buttons.
Yeah.
Item 10O is to approve the following resolution of urgent necessity. Whereas the board needs to install new or additional lights for its high school soccer field before the 2026 fall season. Item 10P is to approve the 1-year KEA teacher agreement for July 1st, 2026 through June 30th of 2027. Any discussion on any of that?
Just to recognize the loss of Sheena Capel. She was a gem. I've known her a long time. Kenton girl. Knew her from working at the library when I was younger. And, she worked for us at the high school, for the school system, and she was a wildcat. And I was very sad to see her and have the loss of her. So condolences to her family and everybody who knew her. She was a gem.
Former board president.
Mm-hmm.
I was on our board. Yep.
Thank you for that, Mike.
Heidinger for a motion.
Ms. Tasha? Thanks, Rodney.
Mr. Ledley?
Yes.
Mr. Steyer?
Yes.
Mr. Hensel? Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Okay, item number 11, personnel items. Item 11A is to approve the non-renewal of the employee and non-employee supplemental contracts at the end of the 25-26 school year. And you can see that list there. A large list. Item 11C is to approve Christian Murphy as KCS Assistant Maintenance position. Item 11D is to approve the following substitutes for the 2025-2026 school year. Item 11E is to approve Randy Joe Clements for KMHS Central Office Second Shift Custodian. Item 11F is to approve Sophia Bricker, math teacher for a limited one-year contract for the 2026-27 school year. Item 11G is to approve the written retirement of Lisa Kokensparger, an administrative assistant. And Lisa has been with Kansas City Schools for 17 years. So we thank her for her many years of service and dedication. Item 11H is to approve the written resignation of Sarah White, KES educational assistant. Any discussion on any of that? Motion?
Motion for Steyer.
Thanks, Mike.
Heidinger?
Thanks, Tasha.
Mr. Steyer?
Yes.
Mr. Hensel?
Yes.
Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Mr. Ludley?
Yes. Item 12 was an addendum. 12A is to approve the quote from County Electric for the light tower fixture installation and associated electrical work at the soccer field to be done, for that work to be done. Motion.
Hensel.
Thanks, Rodney.
Steyer.
Thanks, Mike.
Mr. Hensel?
Yes.
Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Mr. Ludley?
Yes.
Mr. Steyer?
Yes.
Item 13 is approved to go into an executive session to discuss the sale of property, to prepare for collective bargaining strategy and administrative contracts.
Time.
6:30.
Motion.
A motion.
Heidinger?
Thanks, Tasha.
Hensel.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Rodney.
Mr. Hensel?
Yes.
Mrs. Heidinger?
Yes.
Mr. Ludley?
Yes.
Mr. Steyer?
Yes.
Okay, the next regular Board of Education meeting will be held on May 18th, 2026 at 6 p.m.